Hey everyone, welcome back to Wealth Wave. I hope you're all having a wonderful day and staying positive, because today we're diving into some really important updates that could directly affect your Social Security payments and financial planning this year. Later this week, certain Social Security beneficiaries will be receiving checks worth up to $5,180. On top of that, there's a rare situation happening where some recipients will actually get a second check this month. That's right, 2 payments in the same month. Sounds great, but it comes with some fine print that you need to understand, because it will impact next month's benefits. Alright, let's jump straight into today's Social Security updates. 3 major Social Security changes in 2025. According to a recent breakdown from The Motley Fool, there are 3 key changes this year that every Social Security beneficiary should know about. Some of these we've already covered here at Wealth Wave, but it's important to revisit them because they're now officially being rolled out and millions of people will feel the impact. 1. Overpayment clawbacks now at 50%. The first big change is the way the Social Security Administration is handling overpayments. Now, if you've been following this story, you'll know that for years, beneficiaries have been blindsided by letters in the mail from the SSA, informing them that they were overpaid. For example, maybe you were supposed to receive $1,500 a month, but due to an error, you were actually receiving $1,700. That extra $200 might not sound like a lot, but if it continued for a year, that's $2,400. If it went on for 5 years, that's $12,000. And in some extreme cases, people have been told they owe tens of thousands of dollars money they've already spent on rent, groceries, and medical bills. Now here's where it gets tricky. In the past, the SSA could garnish 100% of your future checks until the debt was repaid. Imagine depending on Social Security as your only source of income, and suddenly your check goes to zero until you've paid back thousands of dollars you didn't even realize you owed. Naturally, that sparked outrage. So President Biden stepped in during 2024 and capped clawbacks at 10% of a check. That made the repayment process much slower, but it allowed seniors to at least keep most of their monthly benefits while paying back the debt. But earlier this year, President Trump's administration revised the rule again, raising clawbacks to 50% for all new overpayments occurring on or after April 25, 2025. That means if you get $2,000 per month, the SSA can now take $1,000 of that until the debt is cleared. For seniors already struggling with bills, that's a huge hit. And since the SSA typically gives people 90 days to appeal a decision, a lot of Americans are only just now beginning to feel the effects of this new rule. My advice here on Wealth Wave: if you ever receive one of these overpayment letters, don't ignore it. File an appeal immediately. Many errors can be corrected, and in some cases, repayment plans can be negotiated. The second change affects account security. The SSA has announced that beneficiaries with a My Social Security online account can now set up authentication PINs. This is designed to protect people from identity theft and fraud. Let's say you call Social Security to make a change, like updating your bank account information or verifying direct deposit details. With this new system, you can provide a special PIN for faster verification and stronger protection. At first, this rollout caused a lot of confusion, with reports claiming that seniors without PINs wouldn't be able to make account changes over the phone. But the SSA has clarified, this feature is optional. If you don't set up a PIN, you can still use the regular identity verification process. Still, for those worried about fraud, and unfortunately, scams targeting seniors are rising every year, having that extra PIN is a smart layer of protection. And finally, the third big change: after September 30, 2025, the SSA will no longer send out paper checks. This is part of the agency's modernization plan. Today, most beneficiaries already receive payments via direct deposit, so this change won't affect the majority. But for the small percentage of people still receiving paper checks, you'll need to either enroll in direct deposit or get a Direct Express card, which is a prepaid debit card specifically for Social Security payments. If you don't take action before the deadline, you could face delays or interruptions in your payments. So don't wait until the last minute. Set up your direct deposit or Direct Express card now to make sure your benefits continue smoothly. The double check situation. Now, let's move into the part everyone's asking about: the 2 Social Security checks this month. Here's what's happening. According to The Sun, millions of Americans who receive SSI supplemental security income will see 2 payments in August. The reason is a quirk in the payment schedule. Normally, SSI payments go out on the first of the month. But when the first falls on a weekend or federal holiday, the SSA pushes the payment up to the last business day of the previous month. This year, September Wednesday falls on Labor Day, so the September payment is being issued early on Friday, August 29th. That means SSI recipients will get their regular August payment on August 1 and their September payment early on August 29. That's 2 checks in August. But here's the important catch: this is not extra money. It's just the September payment arriving early, which means there will be no SSI payment issued in September. So if you rely on SSI to cover rent, food, or bills, make sure you plan ahead. Don't spend the extra check all at once in August. You'll need it to stretch through September, since that month will have no deposit. Retirement benefit payments this week. Now, for those receiving Social Security retirement benefits, the next round of payments is scheduled for Wednesday, August 27th. This applies to anyone with a birthday between the 21st and 31st of the month. That's the final payment group for August. And as a reminder, the maximum benefit in 2025 is $5,180 per month. Of course, not everyone receives that amount. It's reserved for people who worked at the maximum taxable income level for 35 years and delayed retirement until age 70. But it's always good to know the upper limit. What this all means for you. So, what do all of these changes mean for you and your Social Security checks? If you receive SSI, expect 2 checks in August, but nothing in September. Budget wisely. If you're on retirement benefits, payments are going out this week for the last group of August recipients. If you ever get an overpayment notice, appeal immediately and explore repayment options, because clawbacks are now much harsher. If you still get paper checks, switch to direct deposit or a Direct Express card before September 30. If you're worried about scams, consider setting up an authentication PIN for added security. Final thoughts. Here at WealthWave, we always want to keep you informed, because Social Security isn't just about numbers, it's about peace of mind. It's about making sure you have the stability and support you need after years of hard work. The truth is, these updates can feel overwhelming, but the more you know, the better prepared you'll be. Whether it's budgeting around double payments, protecting your account from fraud, or understanding how overpayment rules might affect you, knowledge is power. So stay tuned here on WealthWave. We'll keep covering every change, every update, and every piece of news that impacts your Social Security benefits, SSI, SSDI, and retirement planning. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. And as always, drop a comment below sharing your experience. Have you ever received an overpayment letter from the SSA? Do you still get paper checks? Are you ready for the double SSI payments this month? I'd love to hear your stories.